The third challenge of the dopamine detox month is upon us, guys. During the next 7 days, I will limit my screen time to only 2 hours per day. And it doesn't matter if it's my phone or my computer. When it comes to entertainment during leisure time, that's all I get, 2 hours. Exception to this rule is that I can study or work on YouTube for unlimited time. So if I'm using my screen time for work purposes, then there is no time limit. The goal of this challenge is to further detach myself from always needing to use some kind of a digital device, because like from the moment I wake up in the morning, I turn on my computer, I check notifications on my phone, and I turn off these devices only when I'm going to sleep at the end of the day. And sometimes I even just bring my phone to my bed and use it until I fall asleep. The point is, instead of reading a book or going for a walk or just doing any activity that doesn't involve a screen, it is hard for me, and I just want to take a break from this overwhelming digital world. So starting today, I will be limiting all my screen time for the next week. Let's go. As I mentioned in the previous Dopamine Detox Month videos, the main reason for all of these challenges for me is to bring more calmness and focus into my life. Always switching from one screen to the next, not being able to sit through a full YouTube video, checking notifications on my phone while at the same time eating food and searching for something on the internet. All of this dopamine chasing creates an attachment, to the point that many people nowadays struggle to sit in an empty room alone for just 10 minutes. I'm no exception, and I believe that this level 3 challenge is going to be the most difficult out of all the previous levels, aside from the upcoming level 4. This thought quickly proved to be right, even on the first day. Okay, so it's day 1, and like already I'm having a sneak peek into what I'm going to experience on the level 4, which is going to be just a full day of straight on dopamine detox, because like in the first half of the day, I pretty much worked and was productive. That's really good. But then once I finished all my work, I pretty much have nothing to do. I read a book for like a half an hour. I have my board games I could play. I'm probably gonna do that. I have some solo board games, and I think board games are really cool. I'm probably gonna do that. But right now I kind of don't feel that motivation to go and do that. I was just pretty much, for the rest of the day, and it's evening here now, I was just sitting here on my couch. I think I slept for 1 hour. I worked out. Like I thought that today I was gonna kind of escape the boredom, because I thought that there was gonna be a like training session of my jiu-jitsu, but it was canceled, and now I have pretty much nothing to do. I already used up 1 hour of my free time, which was to watch Doctor House and just go on social media for a bit, and that's it. Like now I'm just sitting here. This is really hard, and it's already day 1. Damn. I already feel myself being more calm. I don't know how to explain it, but like I've been having better focus when I was working this morning. Like right now I'm waiting for to pick up my sister. She's gonna come with a bus, and like I can't obviously use too much technology, because like I already used I think 45 minutes of my time for today just by listening to music and just watching an episode of a TV series in the morning. But I do feel calmer. I don't know how to explain it. Also, I'm kind of more grateful for this time when I'm actually listening to music or actually doing something that is not just staring at a wall, or reading a book, you know. I'm like more grateful. I'm just more looking forward to listening to that music or watching that TV series or just watching a YouTube video, you know. I'm more excited for that. So it's going good, but I'm still dreading when the 2 hours are gonna be up for today, and I will have to just sit pretty much and do nothing. I'll try to make a list of the things I could do without technology. I think I will probably do that. So On the days 3, 4, and 5 of the challenge, I pretty much had full days of studying and work, so there were no periods of me just staring at a wall for some time like it was on day 1 and 2. Because on those days, I used up 2 hours of my free time with a screen first thing in the morning, either by listening to music, using social media, or watching a TV show. And I know that by listening to music, I don't physically look at a screen, but I still count it towards screen time because the point of this challenge is to minimize my non-necessary screen use. And I have this bad habit of turning something on in the background while I do some other activity. That's the one thing I noticed on days 3 to 5 is that I don't use my phone first thing in the morning and the last thing before I go to sleep. This makes my mornings and evenings calmer, and I really think that it improves my sleep. One thing I've been doing in the evenings when I actually have free time is to play board games, is to play these solo board games. And I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I really like these meaty board games that have a solo mode and you can just play by yourself. I mean, I know that sounds really sad, but like in reality, these are actually really cool and are kind of a substitute for video games. Even though I don't play that many video games to begin with, but if you are looking for something to spend some quality leisure time with without a screen, then you can't go wrong with these board games. And unless it's a Monopoly, then But the one I have here is Aliens, Another Glorious Day in the Core, and it's actually based on the movie Aliens, the second one. So I mean, yeah, that's pretty cool. Even though I have board games, books, a forest nearby that I could walk to, I think if I did this challenge and wasn't allowed to use any screens, no matter if it's for leisure or work purposes, I don't think that I could manage to stay sane, because without digital leisure, yeah, I can live with, but without working on YouTube, which most of the time requires a screen, I don't think I could do it. And the majority of my studies are online, and the bigger half of studying that we need to do alone or in a group also takes place online. So I'm not sure if I could do this challenge any other way that I did, but I still do notice myself being more calm and present whenever I'm done with my work and have no more time to use screen for my leisure. I find myself slowing down and thinking more clearly, and I spend more time with my family and talking with friends, because boredom forces me out of my room to seek some kind of stimulation, and since I can't distract myself with social media or watching YouTube videos, I go and socialize more in real life. Okay guys, so the challenge ended yesterday, and I have to be honest with you, on day 6, which was Saturday, there was my little sister's birthday, and I've kind of had to drive some kids around the city and just spend time with them. And at the end of the day, I was just kind of exhausted because they were just screaming, and so I kind of turned on some music and used social media more than I should have. So it was quite a bit. I went over my 2-hour limit, but other than that, the challenge was over yesterday on day 7, which was Sunday. And what I haven't mentioned, what I've learned, is that I became more productive, because during every day when those 2 hours of leisure time were up, my choices were either playing a board game, which I've done many times, so it kind of got boring, and read a book, which is also boring for me. Well, maybe, I don't know, I tried to get into Lord of the Rings, but I just kind of have to make this a habit of reading. I can't just sit down and just read for 3 hours. So I would usually spend the time just looking at a wall, and once you do that for a bit, I think that is like what dopamine detox is all about. Like, you don't have this constant checking your phone, doing something here, playing a video game, blah 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 blah. You're just sitting with your thoughts in an empty room and staring at a wall, and that makes you go and do tasks which would be more difficult if you weren't just doing nothing and being bored. So I would kind of just go and do some studies, work on YouTube a bit more, because I just didn't know what to do with myself. So that's what I noticed, I became more productive because of this. And it's still the biggest impact of all of this challenge was that I became like in the evenings, I kind of slowed down. There wasn't this just me taking my phone in my bed and just watching YouTube until I fall asleep. Kind of improved my sleep quality because of that, because I wasn't just using my phone all the time. What else? Productivity I mentioned. I think that's pretty much it. So, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please leave a like and subscribe for more weekly self-improvement content. Level 4, which is going to be a full day of dopamine detox. So just imagine me just staring at a wall for a couple of hours and multiply that by the whole day. So I'm going to be doing that on Saturday, which is you're going to probably see the video of that next week. So stay tuned for that. And if you support what I do and would like to support me financially, there's going to be links to my PayPal and my Patreon down below. Also, be sure to not forget to join our Discord community server, Disciples of Life, which is a Discord community for men in order to help them live better lives, essentially. So you can do that. And follow me on Instagram. That's the only social media I'm active on in terms of this channel. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the future in the next videos. So take care. And almost forgot, stay on your journey. Bye.